so much for joining us. This is another episode of the Periscope Circle of Influence. We scope every Tuesday, every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And today we're announcing our winner for the featured scoper, and her name is Shoshana Kaliski. Featured scoper for today. She's the winner, and she does jewelry, so you can go ahead and check her out at Shoshana Kaliski. So we have a lot of information that we want to pass on to you. So just some housekeeping information. You can reach us at contact@periscopecircleofinfluence.com. You can also check our website. That's www.periscopecircleofinfluence.com. You can also find us in our Facebook group. That's bit.ly/periscopecircleofinfluence.com. So today I'm going to be sharing the next 5 tools that I think are absolutely amazing for business. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick recap. On Tuesday, I mentioned that a planner is a good tool for business because it keeps you organized. I also mentioned that Instagram is great for visibility and for visuals, because we're in an age where people don't want to read as much, but they get attracted by the visuals. So everyone should absolutely take advantage of Instagram. The next thing that I mentioned that is useful for your business is Periscope. And well, actually I said live streaming, and I mentioned Periscope, Facebook Live, and Instagram Live. And I did give you guys some of the differences between all three just to figure out what's going to work best for you. Now, one of the things that I mentioned about Instagram is that your followers are already there. But one of the disadvantages of going live on Instagram is that there's not enough notification for your followers, and there's also no replay. So if you're looking for replays, saving the videos and notifications going out to all your followers, then you're better off using Periscope. So Facebook Live is also good because, again, your friends are there and things like that. But like I mentioned, it just depends on who your audience is and the kind of message you're passing across, and that would determine what platform you use to go live. I also mentioned that Canva is absolutely great because, like I mentioned with Instagram, great visuals are absolutely a necessity in this day and age. So great visuals are absolutely necessary in this day and age. So in order for you to create visuals that entice, visuals that let your clients know who you are and what you stand for, just having a brand identity, you can create visuals on Canva with that. And then the other thing that I mentioned is, yeah, I think that's about everything I mentioned. So I'm going to go right into what I have for you guys today. So the first thing I'm going to mention is Fiverr. Yes, visuals on Canva. Thanks, Bukola, for that. So Fiverr, I think, is great for cheap services. Like I mentioned before, I've used Fiverr to get my book designs. I used Fiverr for editing and things like that. But you can use Fiverr to get a virtual assistant. You can use Fiverr to create a team of people to assist you. You can use Fiverr to get help with some of the things that may not be your strength, but you need for your business. So if social media is not really your strength, but it's something that you absolutely have to do for your business, you can get someone on Fiverr to do it for you at a reasonable price. Like I mentioned earlier, you could get a virtual assistant on Fiverr for a pretty reasonable price. They usually charge per work and not necessarily per hour, which I think is great. You can get voiceovers if if you're in that kind of industry where you need to create digital products with voiceovers. You can get someone to set up your email sequence, because as everyone knows, email listing is very important for you to grow in business, right? So Fiverr is great for that, and there's so many other things you can do on Fiverr. So if you want to just pop onto the website fiverr.com, that's fiverr.com, and just kind of look for what kind of services you would like help with, and then you can look into that. Also, so I did mention SendLane because now I'm talking about email listing as well, right? So I mentioned SendLane on Tuesday, and that's what I use for my list building, my email list building. And the reason why I chose SendLane is because, one, it's really reasonable. It's like $9 a month, which is super affordable. And it gives you basically all of the stuff that other bigger platforms like ConvertKit is offering you. So basically you could do integration with your website. You have an autoresponder. There are a couple other things that I haven't even used. They have a lot of forms. You can create an email sequence. You can isolate certain groups based on products. So let's say a group of people bought the product and you want to isolate them from getting future promos about that same product. You can do that on SendLane. So there's a lot of stuff you can do on SendLane for list building. So I recommend that you guys look into that as well. The next thing that I wanted to talk to us about is having a good website. So like Deborah mentioned on Tuesday, all three of us actually use Blogger, and it's great because you can generate revenue from it. It's pretty easy to set up. You don't need to know anything about HTML or codings or anything like that per se. There are a lot of tutorials that you can actually watch online. We were fortunate enough to have Bukola kind of share her knowledge with us, and that's how we were able to set it up. You can absolutely reach out to her. She's on there. Bukola, I just put up some emojis, and I'm sure that she can work something out with you guys where she can probably teach you something or send you a video. I know she did a scope about Blogger a little while back. If you want to follow her and go check that video out, that would be really great because it would help you understand the importance of using Blogger as a website, how you can monetize and things like that. Again, everyone's in business to make money, so any form of generating revenue is always a good idea. So like she mentioned in one of her videos, it's not necessarily about having a fancy website that doesn't really reflect what you do and doesn't bring you any income. And that's the reason why I absolutely love Blogger. Now, the next tool that I wanted to share with us is Facebook ads. Now, Facebook ads is something that's a bit tricky for me. I haven't necessarily perfected it, but to the little extent that I know, it's been working for me. Obviously, when I have bigger projects, hi, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Obviously, when I have bigger projects, I will absolutely fancy your money, exactly, Bukola, money, all the way, money. And as long as people can see the information that you're putting out there, I think that's what a website is for. You know, for people to get an idea of who you are, what you offer, and why they want to do business with you, right? I'm fine, thank you. So you definitely want to look into that. So like I was saying with Facebook ads, if you're not really good with Facebook ads, there are books you can read, there are courses you can take, but one major thing that you can do is you can get someone on Fiverr who's well versed in terms of Facebook ad setups, and you can get someone for $5, and it also depends on what kind of campaign you're trying to run and things like that, but for as little as $5 you can get someone to set something up for you on Fiverr. So once you start going into bigger projects where you need Facebook ads and you're like, you know what, this is really not for me, and you wanted to obviously generate more income and you want to get more bangs for your buck, then you definitely want to get someone to assist you with the Facebook ads. There is a book that I kind of read a little bit about. This book, April Beverly wrote a book, it's FAST. It's Facebook ads something, but I can't remember what the acronym is, but you can absolutely look that up. Her name is April Beverly, and she wrote a book about Facebook ads, and I've heard really good reviews. So that's something that I want to read, just to go one more time at Facebook ads, and if it's really not working for me, I'll just get someone to do it. And that's the beauty of business. When something doesn't work for you, April with a Y, not an I, with a Y. Thanks, Bukola, for putting that up, you know. So again, the beauty of business is whatever is not your strength, you can always get a team to assist you with it. And that's one of the major things as an entrepreneur that you need to be able to do. Know the tools, the resources that will make your life easier and help you generate more income. So now the next thing that I want to talk to us about is YouTube. So we've been basically repurposing, thanks Deborah for the timing. We've been repurposing our Periscope videos and putting them on YouTube. So if you miss our Periscope videos, or if you don't have the Periscope app, you can always watch us on YouTube. And YouTube is great because it gives you access to a wider audience, but it also helps you with your SEO, so your search engine optimization. So YouTube is a must as an entrepreneur, especially in the digital industry, I should say, right? Okay, so the last one that I wanted to mention to us is something that I found. It's free conference call, and you can use it for webinars, you can use it for group meetings and things like that. I was using Zoom, but the free version of Zoom only gives you about 40 minutes, and obviously you can't have a webinar in 40 minutes. So free conference call is a platform that I use now for, you know, webinars and meetings and things like that. So you can absolutely look it up, and you can download the app. Now they do have local numbers that people can call, which I think is absolutely amazing. So if the person doesn't have access to Wi-Fi or whatever, but they want to be a part of your webinar, there's a local number that they can call and they'll be able to join you on the webinar, which I thought was really, really amazing. They don't have it in every country, but they have a wide range of countries that are on there, that are listed on there. Yes, Deborah, check it out. So I think it's really, really amazing that they have that set up, you know, because most webinar hostings or whatever, you mostly rely on calling in or joining the webinar using your Wi-Fi or a US local number. But they've actually put into consideration the fact that there are people from India, there are people from the UK, people from Mexico, like different parts of the world. It's amazing. Unfortunately, they don't have a local number for Canada. I'm not even sure how that worked out, and they added another country last week because I got an email about that. But I use the Wi-Fi call. It's great. It works for me. It's awesome. So I'm just going to do a quick recap while Bukola goes to set up. The first tool that I shared, so I'm going to go through all 10 of them and not necessarily in order of how I mentioned it. I have Canva for great graphics. I have Fiverr for cheap services, virtual assistants, people creating ads for you, things like that. I have SendLane for your email list building. I have Instagram for visibility. I have Periscope for live streaming, IG, Instagram for live streaming, as well as Facebook Live. I also have Facebook ads, again, to reach a wider audience. I have Blogger to set up your website and monetize it. I have YouTube because the search engine optimization is very important so people can find you, right? You're the answer to a problem. So once they type in that problem in the search engine, you should be showing up and you want to show up, right? A planner, you're welcome, Deborah, a planner to stay organized. And last but definitely not least, free conference call for your webinars, your meetings, and things like that. So thank you guys so much for joining us. This is the Periscope Circle of Influence. We scope every Tuesday, every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. GMT. Today, the winner that we announced is Shoshana Kaliski. Please check her out on Periscope at Shoshana Kaliski. She is into jewelry. She has all the good stuff. Like Deborah mentioned earlier, there's something with her Periscope where you can't really view the videos, but definitely check her out and find a link to her website or something and check out her work because she's that amazing. All right, guys, thank you once again. Just going to see if Bukola has gone live and then I will sign out. So I don't see her on here yet. If you guys have any questions about any of the tools that I mentioned, you can definitely put it down in the chat or send me a message or something. Yes, so our winner is going to be on our website, www.periscopecircleofinfluence.com. So we will have information about her, how you can reach her, her website, and things like that. So look out for that. It's www.periscopecircleofinfluence.com. Great. Okay, bye.